Have you ever found yourself feeling a little less steady on your feet, or waking up in the middle of the night wondering why you just can't get back to sleep? Maybe you brush it off as just getting older, something everyone goes through. But what if those little frustrations, the achy muscles, the restless nights, the occasional forgetfulness, aren't simply the price of age? What if there's more going on beneath the surface that quietly chips away at your confidence and comfort every single day? It's easy to overlook these subtle changes, thinking they're just small annoyances, but they add up in ways that affect your quality of life more than you might realize. Many of us don't realize how simple shifts in daily habits can make a big difference in feeling stronger, more comfortable, and more confident. In this video, we'll explore 7 common mistakes that women over 60 often make without knowing, and the gentle changes you can start making today to bring back that sense of ease and self-assurance. Think of this as a friendly guide, walking alongside you to help you feel your very best every day. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Wearing clothes that don't fit or are uncomfortable. Have you ever started your day with the simple joy of picking out something to wear, only to find yourself tugging at a stiff collar, adjusting a waistband that digs in a little too tightly, or feeling that familiar itch from a sweater that just doesn't quite feel right on your skin? For many women over 60, these small annoyances are so familiar that they've almost faded into the background of daily life. Maybe you grew up in a time when looking put together meant wearing what looked the nicest, no matter how it felt. Perhaps you even have a favorite dress from years ago that you still try to squeeze into for special occasions. Never mind the way it pinches at the seams or how the zipper seems more stubborn every year. Or maybe you've gotten so used to clothes that bunch, scratch, or don't quite move with you that it hardly seems worth the trouble to find something better. It's easy to shrug these things off as just part of getting older. After all, who wants to fuss about clothes when there are bigger things to think about? But here's something worth pausing to consider. What if that everyday discomfort is quietly robbing you of confidence and joy? What if the clothes you choose, the ones you slip into out of habit, are shaping the way you move, the way you feel about yourself, and even the energy you bring to your daily routine? We often think of discomfort as a minor inconvenience, something to put up with, like a pair of shoes that look cute but leave you wincing by lunchtime. Yet studies show that physical comfort is deeply tied to our emotional well-being. When you're not constantly aware of a tight waistband or a scratchy seam, your mind is free to focus on things that truly matter. Connecting with friends, enjoying a walk in the park, or simply feeling good in your skin. It's not just about age, either. Our bodies change in ways we can't always predict or control. Waistlines shift, shoulders broaden, skin grows more sensitive, and what once felt fine can suddenly feel unbearable. This isn't something to feel ashamed of. It's simply life. But there's a powerful lesson here. You deserve comfort at every stage, and settling for less is not a requirement of growing older. So, what's the real reason so many older women hold on to ill-fitting or uncomfortable clothes? Part of it is a habit. Sometimes, it's a sense of nostalgia, a sweater that reminds you of a lovely trip or a jacket gifted by someone special. Other times, it's simply because shopping for new clothes feels overwhelming or even a bit intimidating. There's a whole world of fabrics, sizes, and styles out there, and it can feel easier to stick with what's familiar, even if it's not perfect. But comfort is more than a luxury. It's a daily foundation for well-being. When clothes don't fit well, they can restrict your movement, cause chafing or even mild pain, and slowly sap your self-assurance. You might hesitate to join a friend on a walk because your shoes are too tight, or avoid standing up to greet guests because your slacks pinch when you sit. But here's the good news. Transforming your relationship with your wardrobe doesn't require a dramatic overhaul or a costly shopping spree. It begins with paying attention. Paying attention to how you feel in your clothes. The next time you open your closet, take a moment to notice how each item feels, not just how it looks. Slip on a favorite blouse and ask yourself, does this make me want to stand tall and smile? Or am I already thinking about how soon I can change out of it? Notice if there are seams that irritate, fabrics that itch, or waistbands that make you sigh in relief when you take them off at the end of the day. If you find yourself wincing at the idea of letting go of an old favorite, remember, you're not alone. Let me share the story of Evelyn, a retired schoolteacher from Wisconsin. For years, Evelyn wore the same pair of slacks to church every Sunday, even though the waistband left a mark on her skin and made it hard for her to relax during the service. It wasn't until her granddaughter gently suggested they go shopping together that Evelyn realized how much she'd been tolerating. With her granddaughter's help, she discovered pants with gentle, stretchy waistbands and soft, breathable fabrics. Suddenly, she found herself looking forward to getting dressed, even picking out colorful scarves to match. She started standing a little taller, greeting friends with more energy, and felt, as she put it, 10 years younger. Not because I changed who I am, but because I finally gave myself permission to feel comfortable. You don't need a granddaughter to help you make this shift, though it can be fun to make it a family outing. Start small. Choose one item that doesn't serve you. Maybe it's a blouse that always feels too tight at the shoulders or a skirt that rides up when you walk. Set it aside, and make a list of what you love in your most comfortable clothes. Is it the way soft cotton feels against your skin? Or the ease of elastic waistbands that move as you do? When you do go shopping, don't rush. Try things on, move around, stretch your arms, sit and stand. Notice how you feel. Your comfort is not something to apologize for or feel guilty about. There's real freedom in choosing to honor your changing body by giving it the comfort it deserves. Each time you choose a piece of clothing that fits just right, you are telling yourself, I am worth caring for. I am still vibrant, still beautiful, and still deserving of ease. The world may not always see what you wear beneath your coat or sweater, but you will feel the difference. And that difference will shine through in every smile, every step, and every moment you spend truly enjoying your day. So the next time you reach for something in your closet, pause and ask, is this bringing me comfort, or is it just a habit? Don't be afraid to let go of what no longer serves you. The truth is, at every age, confidence starts from the inside out, and often, it starts with something as simple as choosing clothes that let you move, breathe, and be yourself. You've earned the right to comfort. Embrace it. Let yourself feel good in your skin every single day. 2. Neglecting skincare and not moisturizing enough. Have you ever glanced at your reflection in the morning light, only to notice new lines or patches of dryness that seem to have appeared overnight? Maybe you run your hand across your face and feel skin that isn't as soft and smooth as it once was, or perhaps you find yourself reaching for the same old lotion, almost out of habit rather than hope. For many women over 60, dry or irritated skin becomes so familiar that it just feels like an inevitable part of aging. It's easy to dismiss it, a little flakiness here, a rough patch there. After all, we're told so often that wrinkles and dryness simply come with the territory as we get older, as if it's a price we must quietly pay. But have you ever stopped to wonder if that's true? Is it possible that some of the discomfort, the dullness, and the itchiness aren't just old age, but signs that your skin is asking for more care and attention? What if, instead of accepting dry or lackluster skin as your new normal, you could make small, gentle changes that help you feel more radiant, more comfortable, and even more like yourself? The science is simple, but often overlooked. As we age, our skin naturally produces less oil and becomes thinner, making it more prone to dryness and irritation. Years of sun exposure, changes in hormone levels, and the natural slowing of cell renewal all contribute to that familiar roughness or sensitivity. Without the right care, these changes can accelerate, leaving skin not only dry, but also more vulnerable to itching, cracking, or even minor infections. And yet, even though we know how important it is to care for our bodies, skincare so often falls to the bottom of the list, especially when life gets busy or when we're caring for others. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For women of our generation, self-care was often viewed as a luxury rather than a necessity. Many of us grew up hearing that it was vain to fuss over creams and lotions, or that those routines were reserved for movie stars, not hardworking mothers and grandmothers. But the truth is, caring for your skin isn't about vanity. It's about comfort, health, and honoring the person you are today. So, what can you do if your skin feels tight, itchy, or just not as bright as it once was? The solution doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It starts with something as simple as moisturizing, regularly and thoughtfully. Moisturizing creates a protective barrier that helps your skin hold on to the hydration it desperately needs. A gentle, fragrance-free moisturizer applied after bathing or washing your face can make a world of difference. Look for products designed for sensitive or mature skin, and don't be afraid to test a few before finding one that feels just right for you. Remember, it's not about chasing the skin of your 20s. It's about feeling comfortable, soothed, and cared for in your skin today. Beyond just lotion, consider the little rituals you can build into your routine. Use lukewarm water rather than hot, which can strip away natural oils. Pat your skin dry instead of rubbing, and apply moisturizer while your skin is still slightly damp to lock in moisture. If you enjoy a little pampering, treat yourself to a gentle facial massage as you moisturize, stimulating circulation and making the ritual something you look forward to rather than a chore. Let me tell you about Linda, a retired nurse from Ohio. For years, Linda considered herself too busy for skincare routines. She was always looking after others, from her children to her patients and then her grandchildren. As the years went by, she started to notice her skin growing drier, and the discomfort was hard to ignore. Her granddaughter finally convinced her to try a simple moisturizing routine, a gentle cleanser, a hydrating moisturizer, and sunscreen every morning. At first, Linda felt a little silly spending time in front of the mirror, but within a few weeks, she noticed her skin felt softer and less irritated. The real surprise, though, was how these small moments of care made her feel more awake, more confident, and more willing to face the world with a smile. Linda realized it wasn't about trying to look young, but about honoring herself and enjoying the comfort she deserved. If you find yourself hesitating to start a skincare routine, maybe it feels overwhelming, or you think it's too late to make a difference, remember Linda's story. The truth is, your skin responds to kindness at any age. You don't need a shelf full of fancy products. All it takes is a gentle approach, a bit of consistency, and a willingness to put your comfort first for a few minutes each day. And don't forget, hydration comes from within as well. Drinking enough water, eating foods rich in healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and salmon, and protecting your skin from harsh weather all help to maintain that precious moisture. On particularly dry days, a humidifier in your bedroom can keep the air from stealing moisture right out of your skin. These aren't drastic changes. They're gentle, loving adjustments that make daily life more comfortable. So, as you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, take a moment to see yourself, not just the lines and the patches of dryness, but the story your skin tells. Each mark and wrinkle holds memories and wisdom. You've cared for so many others in your life. Now is the time to care for yourself, starting with the skin that holds you together. Give yourself the comfort of a soft touch, the relief of itch-free nights, and the joy of waking up each day feeling just a little bit more at home in your skin. You deserve to feel good in every layer of yourself, outside and in. Don't let anyone, not even that little voice in your head, tell you that skincare is frivolous or unnecessary. Comfort is your right, not a luxury, and it's never too late to claim it. So start today, with a gentle moisturizer and a promise to treat your skin with the same kindness you've shown to everyone else. Confidence and comfort go hand in hand, and it all begins with caring for the skin you're in. 3. Ignoring proper footwear. Wearing shoes that cause pain and fatigue. There's a quiet ritual that plays out in homes across America every single day. Reaching into the closet, slipping on a favorite pair of shoes, and heading out to meet the world. Maybe it's just to the mailbox, to the store, or for a walk around the block. For so many women over 60, shoes aren't just accessories. They're reminders of the paths we've walked, the memories we've made, and the independence we hold dear. But how many times have you found yourself wincing by midday, longing to kick off your shoes and rub your aching feet? How often have you sacrificed comfort for style, or simply stuck with the same old pair out of habit, even as each step grew less certain? It's easy to brush off foot pain as just part of getting older. Many of us grew up hearing that a little discomfort was normal, especially if the shoes looked pretty or matched our outfit just right. Maybe you've got a pair of heels from your granddaughter's wedding, or some once stylish flats that have long since lost their support. Or perhaps you simply don't think much about footwear at all. So long as they're easy to slip on and get you where you need to go, what's the harm? But let's turn that idea on its head for a moment. What if those tired, aching feet weren't an unavoidable part of aging, but rather a sign that something needs attention? What if the fatigue, the blisters, or even that swelling at the end of the day could be dramatically reduced, or even eliminated, by making one simple change? Choosing the right shoes for your feet today, not the feet you had decades ago. It's not just a matter of comfort, either. Our feet are remarkable, but they're also incredibly complex. Over a lifetime, the arches flatten, the fat pads wear down, joints may become stiffer, and toes can shift or develop bunions. Ill-fitting or unsupportive shoes don't just cause temporary aches. They can lead to real problems like calluses, hammer toes, and even falls. Studies have shown that proper footwear can prevent falls, improve balance, and help you stay active and independent much longer. Yet, so many women ignore the signals their feet are sending, either out of habit or uncertainty about what good shoes even mean. If you've ever felt embarrassed to take off your shoes in front of others because of blisters or sore spots, or if you've stopped joining friends for walks because your feet just can't keep up, you're not alone. Take, for example, Dorothy, a retired librarian from Michigan. Dorothy always loved a good pair of loafers. She had a closet full of them, each with a story. But after her 70th birthday, she began to notice her feet hurt more and more, especially after a day on her feet. She chalked it up to age and didn't give it much thought until her daughter insisted she see a foot specialist after she tripped on the steps outside her church. That visit was a revelation. Dorothy learned that her beloved shoes, while stylish, offered almost no support. The doctor showed her how her arches had dropped and her toes were starting to curl, all exacerbated by years of narrow, unsupportive footwear. At first, Dorothy was hesitant. Supportive shoes sounded clunky, and she worried about giving up her favorite styles. But together, she and her daughter went shopping for shoes with cushioned soles, roomy toe boxes, and adjustable straps. To her surprise, the new shoes felt like a treat for her feet. Light, stable, and surprisingly attractive. Within weeks, she found herself more eager to go for walks, less afraid of tripping, and even standing taller when she greeted her friends at Sunday service. She still kept a pair of pretty flats for special occasions, but day to day, she chose comfort and health, and it made all the difference. You don't have to wait for a fall or persistent pain to make the switch. Start with an honest assessment of the shoes you own. Take each pair out and check. Are the soles worn thin? Do your toes feel squeezed or crammed together? Is there support in the arch, or does the shoe bend in half? When you walk, do you feel stable, or do your ankles wobble with each step? Look for shoes that fit well at the end of the day, when your feet are naturally a bit swollen, with enough room for your toes to move freely. A good shoe should feel comfortable immediately. There's no need to break them in. Consider brands that specialize in comfort and support. Today's market is filled with options that don't sacrifice style for health. Many athletic shoes, loafers, and even sandals come in widths and materials that cushion your feet, absorb shock, and support your arches. Slip-resistant soles can give you confidence on slick floors, and adjustable closures are easier on hands with arthritis. Don't be afraid to ask for help at a shoe store, or even consult a podiatrist if you have ongoing foot problems. Small changes make a big difference. Even adding a simple insole or gel pad can bring immediate relief. And if you have shoes that you just can't let go of for sentimental reasons, Consider wearing them for short periods and prioritizing supportive footwear for daily activities. Most of all, don't ever feel guilty for putting your comfort first. Your feet have carried you through a lifetime of memories, across graduation stages, down wedding aisles, through city streets, gardens, and grocery store aisles. They deserve as much care as any other part of your body. The right shoes aren't just a practical choice. They're an act of self-respect and love. So next time you slip on a pair of shoes, take a moment to ask yourself, am I choosing comfort and support, or just sticking with what's familiar? Don't wait for discomfort to become pain, or for fatigue to hold you back from the things you love. Every step can be a little easier, every walk a bit more joyful, when you give your feet the kindness they need. You deserve to move through the world with confidence and comfort. Let every step you take, whether to the garden, the corner store, or across the living room, remind you that you are worth caring for, from head to toe. 4. Not taking time for yourself. Skipping rest. How many mornings have you woken up and immediately thought about everything you have to do for everyone else? Maybe you're making breakfast for your partner, checking in on a friend, or running errands for the family. For many women over 60, caring for others has been a lifelong habit, a kind of love language. But somewhere in the rush of responsibilities and daily routines, the simple act of taking time just for yourself can quietly slip away. It becomes second nature to put your own needs at the bottom of the list, as if the rest are luxuries you can get to later if there's any time left at all. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you permitted yourself to just pause? To sit with a cup of tea in your favorite chair, or take a gentle walk for the pure pleasure of feeling the breeze? So many of us grew up believing that productivity and busyness are virtues. We measure our worth by how much we do for others, and before we know it, we've forgotten what it's like to care for ourselves with the same tenderness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Yet, what if skipping rest isn't simply a small oversight? What if it's quietly chipping away at your well-being, your energy, and your confidence? The truth is that our bodies and minds need regular moments of calm to recover and renew. As we age, stress accumulates faster, and the effects are deeper. Poor sleep, irritability, aches and pains, and even trouble remembering things or finding joy in the little moments. It's not a sign of weakness or laziness. It's the way we're built. Scientific research shows that intentional rest, whether it's a nap, meditation, gentle stretching, or just daydreaming, can lower blood pressure, boost the immune system, and even slow the effects of aging on the brain. Rest is not a reward. It's essential maintenance, like watering a plant or charging a phone. Without it, the brightest spirits begin to fade. So how do you bring rest back into your life in a way that feels natural, not forced or self-indulgent? It starts with tiny shifts. You don't have to book a fancy spa day or spend hours alone to feel the benefits. Begin by setting aside just 10 minutes in your day, perhaps in the morning or before bed, to do something that soothes you. That might mean listening to your favorite music, stepping outside to watch the birds, or practicing gentle breathing exercises. Even sitting quietly with a book you love counts. Anything that is for you and you alone. Let me share the story of Martha, a retired nurse from Pennsylvania. Martha spent decades tending to others, her children, her patients, her aging parents. When she finally retired, she thought she'd have all the time in the world for herself. But old habits die hard. She filled her days with volunteering, babysitting grandchildren, and checking in on neighbors. It wasn't until she caught a bad cold and was forced to slow down that she realized how little attention she gave to her own needs. During those quiet days, Martha discovered the simple pleasure of sitting in her backyard with a warm cup of tea, watching the clouds drift by. She began carving out these moments of quiet even after she recovered, sometimes journaling, just closing her eyes and breathing deeply. Martha noticed that her mood improved, her sleep became more restful, and she felt more present with her loved ones, because she was giving herself the rest she had long denied. You might worry that if you take time for yourself, things won't get done, or that people will think you're selfish. But the reality is, when you care for yourself, you're able to care for others from a place of fullness instead of depletion. Rest doesn't mean abandoning your responsibilities. It means nourishing yourself so you have the strength, patience, and joy to meet them. If you're new to this, start small. Write "me time" on your calendar, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Set a gentle alarm to remind yourself. Create a cozy spot in your home, a corner with a soft chair and a favorite blanket, or a sunlit nook where you can sit and breathe. Try guided meditations or gentle yoga videos designed for seniors, or simply enjoy a nap without guilt. Remember, relaxation isn't about being idle. It's about being kind to yourself. Don't forget the power of saying no when you need to. It's okay to turn down invitations or ask for help if you're feeling stretched thin. Your needs are as important as anyone else's. Sometimes, the hardest part is letting go of the idea that you must earn your rest. You've spent a lifetime giving. Now, it's your turn to receive. So, as you move through your day, check in with yourself. Are you running on empty, or are you giving yourself moments to recharge? Listen to the signals your body and heart are sending you. If you're tired, let yourself rest. If you're overwhelmed, pause and take a breath. The world will wait. Those who love you want to see you happy, healthy, and truly present. Rest are gifts you give yourself, and by embracing them, you inspire others to do the same. You are worthy of comfort, peace, and joy, not just on special occasions, but every single day. Let this be the gentle reminder you need. Your well-being matters, and taking time for yourself is one of the bravest, most loving acts you can choose. So today, pour that cup of tea, take that peaceful walk, or simply close your eyes and breathe. The world will be brighter, and you'll be stronger for it. 5. Unbalanced diet. Missing essential nutrients for health and energy. Have you ever found yourself feeling unexpectedly tired in the middle of the afternoon? Maybe you're going about your usual activities, reading, gardening, or catching up with friends, but your energy just seems to dip, leaving you wanting to sit down or take a nap. You might chalk it up to age or simply a slower metabolism, something you've come to accept as part of getting older. And when it comes to meals, it's tempting to keep things simple. A sandwich, maybe some chips, or whatever's easy to prepare. After all, you've lived a long, full life and probably don't think much about changing your eating habits now. But what if that afternoon slump and overall lack of energy aren't just about getting older? What if the food you're eating, or maybe more importantly, the nutrients you're missing, are quietly affecting not only how you feel day to day but also your long-term health and confidence? As we age, our bodies don't just slow down. They change in many important ways. Muscle mass naturally decreases, bones may become more fragile, and our metabolism shifts. What's more, the ability to absorb certain vitamins and minerals declines, making it even more crucial to get the right nutrients in the right amounts. Unfortunately, many older adults unknowingly miss out on essential elements like protein, vitamin D, calcium, and healthy fats, all of which play a key role in keeping energy levels up, maintaining muscle strength, and supporting brain health. It's easy to overlook nutrition because it often feels complicated. The shelves are packed with so many choices, diet fads, supplements, superfoods, that it can quickly become overwhelming. Add to that changes in taste, digestion, and appetite that come with age, and it's no wonder many women over 60 find themselves settling for quick, less nutritious meals that don't fuel their bodies the way they need. But the good news is, small, manageable changes can make a big difference. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight or cook fancy meals. Instead, focus on incorporating a variety of nutrient-dense foods that support your unique needs. For example, lean proteins like chicken, fish, eggs, and legumes help preserve muscle mass and keep you feeling full. Colorful vegetables and fruits provide vital antioxidants that protect cells and boost immunity. Whole grains offer sustained energy, while healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil nourish your brain and skin. Let me tell you about Joyce, a retired teacher from Florida. For years, Joyce felt sluggish and struggled with minor aches that kept her from enjoying her daily walks. She thought it was just aging catching up. When she visited her doctor, she learned she had low vitamin D and wasn't eating enough protein. With the help of a nutritionist, Joyce started adding simple changes. Greek yogurt at breakfast, a handful of walnuts as a snack, and more steamed vegetables at dinner. Within a few months, her energy returned, her mood lifted, and she was back to walking her neighborhood 3 times a week with a smile on her face. Joyce's story shows how tuning into your body's nutritional needs can reignite your zest for life. If you're wondering where to start, here are a few gentle steps. Begin by looking at your plate and asking yourself if it includes a balance of protein, healthy fats, and colorful vegetables. Try swapping refined carbs like white bread for whole grains, which release energy more steadily throughout the day. Drink plenty of water. Sometimes fatigue is dehydration in disguise. If cooking feels daunting, consider simple recipes or ready-made healthy options. Don't hesitate to talk to your healthcare provider about supplements if you have specific deficiencies. Remember, nutrition isn't about strict diets or denying yourself favorite treats. It's about honoring your body's needs so you can move, think, and enjoy life with strength and confidence. Eating well fuels not just your body, but your spirit too. When you nourish yourself properly, you're more likely to stay active, engage with loved ones, and keep chasing the things that bring you joy. So the next time you feel that familiar drag in the afternoon or notice your energy flagging, don't just push through. Pause and ask yourself, am I feeding my body what it truly needs? Small choices made every day add up to a healthier, happier you. You've cared for others your whole life. Now it's time to care for yourself, with kindness, patience, and delicious, nourishing food that supports the vibrant woman you are today. Your best years are still ahead, fueled by every bite that feeds your strength and confidence. Embrace the power of good nutrition. It's one of the most loving gifts you can give yourself. 6. Poor posture when sitting or standing, leading to back pain and fatigue. Have you ever noticed how, by the end of the day, your back feels sore or your shoulders ache? Maybe you find yourself slouching more and more, sinking into your favorite chair, or leaning on a countertop to ease the strain. For many women over 60, poor posture becomes so familiar it almost feels normal, a quiet discomfort that we've learned to live with. It's easy to think that back pain and fatigue are just part of getting older, something to accept without question. But what if that discomfort isn't inevitable? What if the way you sit and stand every day is quietly working against your comfort and energy? You might wonder, can something as simple as adjusting how I hold myself make a difference? The answer is yes. Posture affects far more than just your appearance. When your body is aligned properly, your muscles, joints, and bones work efficiently, and you feel energized and strong. But when posture falters, shoulders rounded forward, back curved, head jutting ahead, your muscles strain to compensate, leading to pain and tiredness that can build up over time. As we age, changes like weaker muscles, joint stiffness, and years of habits can pull us into poor posture without us even realizing it. Those little shifts may seem harmless at first, but they put uneven pressure on your spine and muscles. This not only causes aches but can limit your mobility and reduce your overall vitality. Take the story of Barbara, a retired teacher from Ohio. Barbara had struggled with back pain for years but thought it was just aging catching up. She found herself avoiding activities she loved because standing or sitting for too long became painful. Then, on a friend's recommendation, she started attending gentle yoga classes focused on posture and balance. Slowly, she learned to engage her core, lengthen her spine, and relax her shoulders. Within weeks, Barbara noticed less pain, more energy, and a new confidence in how she moved through the world. She felt younger, stronger, and more alive. Improving your posture doesn't mean perfecting a pose or standing rigidly all day. It starts with awareness and small, mindful changes. When you sit, try to keep your feet flat on the floor and your back supported. Imagine a string pulling gently from the top of your head toward the ceiling, lengthening your spine naturally. When you stand, distribute your weight evenly on both feet and keep your knees soft, not locked. Engage your abdominal muscles lightly to support your back. At first, these habits may feel unfamiliar, but with gentle practice, they become natural. Simple stretches and strengthening exercises can also help. Focus on opening your chest, strengthening your upper back, and loosening tight hips and hamstrings. Many gentle exercise programs designed for seniors, like Tai Chi or chair yoga, not only improve posture but also enhance balance and reduce fall risk. Don't hesitate to seek guidance from physical therapists or trainers who understand your needs. Ergonomic chairs and supportive cushions can also make a big difference in daily comfort. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Remember, good posture supports not only your body but also your confidence and mood. When you hold yourself tall and steady, you project strength and vitality, and you feel it too. So today, take a moment to check in with your posture. Breathe deeply, straighten gently, and notice the difference. Your back will thank you, your energy will rise, and your smile will shine brighter. Because at any age, how you carry yourself truly matters, and you deserve to do so with comfort, grace, and pride. 7. Skipping regular health checkups and self-care. Have you ever found yourself postponing or skipping a doctor's appointment simply because you felt fine? Maybe you thought, if I'm not sick, why bother? For many women over 60, it's common to delay regular health checkups, especially when life feels busy or when health concerns seem far away. After all, if nothing is bothering you, why take time for what feels like an unnecessary hassle? It's easy to think that only when symptoms appear do we need to seek care. But what if skipping those routine visits is quietly putting your health and your confidence at risk? It's a thought worth pausing on. Regular health checkups aren't just about diagnosing illness. They're about prevention, early detection, and maintaining your quality of life. As we age, our bodies change in ways that aren't always obvious day to day. Some health issues develop slowly and silently, without obvious symptoms until they become more serious. Missing out on regular screenings or routine blood work can mean missing a vital window to catch problems early when treatment is easier and more effective. Many women grew up in a time when healthcare was reactive. You go to the doctor only when you're sick. But the modern approach, especially important as we get older, is proactive care. Regular checkups give you a chance to talk openly about your concerns, review medications, update vaccines, and get personalized advice on diet, exercise, and mental health. They're a partnership in your well-being, empowering you to take charge of your health. Consider the story of Helen, a grandmother from North Carolina. Helen felt strong and active well into her 70s and hadn't seen her doctor in years because she simply felt fine. It wasn't until a friend urged her to schedule a routine checkup that she discovered early-stage osteoporosis and high blood pressure, conditions that, left unchecked, could have led to fractures or heart problems. Thanks to early diagnosis, Helen began treatment and lifestyle changes that restored her strength and gave her peace of mind. She often says, "That one visit changed my life." If you find yourself putting off checkups, you're not alone, and it's never too late to start. Begin by scheduling a comprehensive annual exam. Use this time to discuss any small changes you've noticed, no matter how insignificant they may seem, things like fatigue, changes in appetite, mood shifts, or memory concerns. These details help your healthcare provider tailor care specifically to you. Self-care goes hand in hand with medical care. It means listening to your body, getting enough rest, staying active, eating well, and nurturing your emotional health. It also means advocating for yourself, asking questions, and being honest with your doctor. Your health is your most valuable asset, and protecting it requires attention, respect, and sometimes a little courage. Remember, taking care of your health isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about preserving your independence, your joy, and your ability to be there for the people and activities you love. When you prioritize regular checkups and self-care, you invest in a future where you can continue to thrive. So today, if you haven't scheduled your next health checkup, consider making that call. It's a small step with a powerful impact. You deserve the confidence that comes from knowing you're doing everything you can to stay healthy and strong. And in taking care of yourself, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your health is a lifelong journey, and every visit, every act of self-care is a vital part of the story you're writing. Make it a story of strength, resilience, and love for yourself. As we wrap up, remember that confidence and comfort don't come from grand gestures. They begin with the small choices you make every day. Whether it's choosing clothes that truly fit and feel good, caring gently for your skin, wearing shoes that support and protect your feet, taking moments to rest and recharge, nourishing your body with the right foods, paying attention to how you carry yourself, or staying on top of your health with regular checkups, each step adds up. You deserve to feel vibrant, comfortable, and proud of who you are at every age. It's never too late to start these simple but powerful habits that honor your body and spirit. Change doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be as gentle as slipping into a soft sweater or setting aside a few quiet minutes just for you. By caring for yourself with kindness and intention, you give yourself the greatest gift: the freedom to live fully and joyfully. Your best years are not behind you. They are happening right now, every moment you choose to show up for yourself. So take that first step today. Listen to your body, be patient with yourself, and remember that you are worth every bit of love and care you give. Your confidence and comfort are waiting, and with each mindful choice, you're moving closer to feeling your very best. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Here's to your health, happiness, and the beautiful, comfortable life you deserve.